have a new project. It's come to my attention. I could use some steps to get up to my deck. So I'm going to build some. I built this deck, but I never actually built some stairs going up here. So I also got a very cool timber delivery the other day. I have loads of wood now for all of my projects coming up this summer or later on this summer. But this is going to be the first one. Also, the weather is absolutely insane. The wind is wild. I have to, I guess, get rid of what's growing here, which is a little bit sad because they're all raspberry bushes. I kind of want the raspberries. I have a hops growing here and I have to make sure that I don't accidentally cut away any of those leaves. What is this something else? I'm trying to figure out this hop. Because the stairs is going to come here, I'm thinking about actually creating like a plant pot like integrated within the stairs, and then the hops can sit in a pot but still be connected to the earth. I don't know if it's going to grow very well if it's just enclosed by darkness. Let's grab some materials. So just realizing that some of the woods that I really need is right down here, holding things up. I managed to liberate just one piece of wood. That's it. Okay, this is going to be the structure. The wood for the steps is currently being held hostage. Have a ladybug. I'm doing a lot of thinking here. I'm trying to figure out how to approach these stairs and how to deal with this hops, how to cut everything. And the whole thing is very simple, but it's tricky to figure out. But I think I need to take it out of the ground first, put it in a bucket so that I can start just putting things in place here. Oh well. Hoping that I'm not killing it. These roots are crazy. Okay, got somewhat of a box. I'm going to continue with the stairs before I put it in. I've got this bracket down here. I really need it to be on the inside of this thing. I'm gonna see if I can take it out without unscrewing the deck. I think I might be able to squeeze myself inside. Maybe. Alright, so I need this to be... Well, it works if I do it inside out. That's better than nothing. No, it's only about 23, 24 degrees. I am very hot. Imagine living in a place that's actually hot. I'm feeling for the holes. In a few hours from now, I won't be working in the sun anymore on the other side. Very much looking forward to that. I couldn't imagine living in a place that actually gets really hot all the time. That would be awful. I'm so hot. I've got this mean bitey flies biting me. Oh, my poor legs. I feel like I should, I don't know, go for a bike ride instead or something. I'm on my little gravel bike. I went for a bike ride last night. First ride this year. And today. Blueberries. I'm just on a bike ride to pick up some screws. But I saw something even more exciting. Blueberries. I need to start picking blueberries again. I'm using my Japanese saw because the jigsaw is cutting on like a slight angle. I have a bit more control with this one, but it's also a bit more labor intensive, especially with the sun. You know, if you have dreams of retreating into the woods, living in a simple cabin, drinking coffee on a porch and reading books in the shade of a tree, making homemade jam, you might be able to do it. It might take some time to get there, but you might at least be able to do it for your online self, which would be thanks to the sponsor of today's video, Incogni. Okay, this is the reality. You want to live in the woods, but you also live in this world and you're online, using social media, shopping for goods, deleting spam email, avoiding scam phone calls, and praying to the powers that be that your identity doesn't get stolen after purchasing something off a slightly dodgy website. Apparently, this is all part of a modern civilization. So data brokers are scouring the internet, collecting all the little crumbs of information you leave behind and compiling them into a perfect little package with way too much knowledge about you, who you are, where you live and work, what you do in your spare time, and probably how often you call your grandma. So this is where Incogni helps. Data brokers are selling you information all over the place, and Incogni scours the internet to remove it again. Now, I have chosen to live somewhat secluded, and I share certain aspects of my life on the internet, but it's really awful when I realize that people have been able to find out information about me that I purposely keep hidden, and it's the one thing that makes me feel unsafe. So Incogni has an automated removals list, which is always expanding, but they also have a new feature. With the unlimited plan, you can do custom removals, which means if you find any of your personal information on the website, you can copy the link, submit it to Incogni, and they will review it and work on removing it for you. I think anyone would benefit from this. So if you want to try it Incogni, you can use my code ROSIE. You get 60% off an annual plan. That sounds like a really good deal to me. And we can all try and work towards our online version of living in a secluded cabin in the woods. I really want to come out during summer again and pick lots of blueberries. In the past few years, I actually haven't done it all that much. I was always too late for some reason. Saying that, I still have frozen blueberries from like the first few years that I was here in my freezer. I should eat those and then replenish with like lots of fresh ones. Because then I can spend all winter making apple and blueberry pies. It should be amazing. Ooh, there are some clouds. I'm so excited about this because I was thinking I'd have to go inside and do something else. It's just too hot for me. It's not even that hot. Okay. I'm going to start putting this together. Partially I need to do it up here, then I can put it in its spot and continue. I need some wood. So this is the thing. The woods that I need for the steps is this stuff. It has like it's like reeded, but those pieces are at the very bottom of the pile that I've got, and I've decided it's not worth the hassle of getting rid of all of the timber on top of it just to locate those, because I don't actually need almost any of that wood until later this summer or the autumn. So I'm going to use some of the timber that I can access more easily and then just replace it later on. So this is like a temporary timber, but at least I'll have steps. And yeah, it's just, that's a lot of wood. Yeah. So I can't get to those, but I think I should be able to squeeze out one of these. Maybe. I think. Oh yeah, here. Yes. This is it. Oh my goodness. I'm just realizing something. Most of this is for the deck that will continue along the front of the house. When I ordered these materials, referred to the old list I made for this deck, but I didn't realize that actually after making this list, I think I made a handwritten list in which I changed some of the dimensions, and I'm just realizing now that everything that I've ordered is the old dimensions, which means that this deck is going to look different from this deck. And I mean, it's not the end of the world, but it's just annoying. I have the joists which are visible at the front, which are thicker, and these planks at the top which are more narrow. So yeah, it also means that I won't have enough planks. This is really annoying. Oh, I can't believe that happened. Okay, I mean, it's fine. Anyways, I managed to get this. I'm going to make the steps with this temporarily, and then I'll replace it for the right stuff later on. Okay, one. So I switched to my circular saw because my jigsaw broke. I'm very annoyed because I use this tool all the time. It's like the one tool I use. Halfway through ripping the swank, my blade broke, which is fine, it happens. But the thing is, you're supposed to be able to just push this down, take out the blade, put in a new one, but it's stuck. It's completely stuck. There's nothing that I can push down. So that's the end of that. I have spent a significant amount of time leveling all of this. I think a few things are happening that I need to move forward. This hops is not happy being out of the soil and it's starting to droop. I think I need to bite the bullet, put it in its pot. I made a little plant pot for it and put in all of the soil that I took out and put it back in here, and it means that I cannot make any changes. But I think it looks good. To be honest, I really don't know how this plant is going to do in this pot. The bottom is open, so it will just be able to go into the earth. And I lined it with this fabric which you use for vegetable pads and stuff. All the wood I'm using is pressure treated, so it should last for a while at least. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. I am really hoping this plant is going to survive being repotted like this. At least you can drink again. Something did go a little bit wrong with my dimensions, but I'm ignoring that. A few things need to happen still. The riser that needs to go in between all of these, which I don't have the wood for it, so that might happen later this summer. Then two other things. I'm going to create like a trellis type thing that will allow for those hops to go up and climb up towards this porch here. And another thing is that empty space in the corner. It's intentional. because it's not going to be empty. I'm going to create a little shelf that returns along that wall, which I thought would be a cute little return. So I'm going to do that now. Also, look at this. It works. Look, I can even go all the way up. Woo. Yes. Steps. Yeah. Okay. These are real steps. This is so much easier. I do really wish I still had my jigsaw. Gosh, I have been all over the place. I was going to call the steps finished for now, but it just really bothered me how there are just so many gaps and I don't have any risers. So I decided to go pick up some timber after all. And I picked up some other bits. I got the cutest flowers. I picked up the tiniest bag of soil that I could find. Alright. I think this is very cute. I'm happy I put in these vases. I have purposely left a gap because the deck is built with the joists exposed at the front, so it has like this floating feel to it, and covering these steps completely just feels like it won't fit with the rest of the deck. As I mentioned before, the planks for these steps are going to be replaced. The idea was that I wanted to curve this little table end and then also curve this bit, but my jigsaw broke, so I can't do that. I'll do that when I have the chance. I think this looks really cute though. Unfortunately, my hops is not happy at all. I don't know if she's going to survive, and that will be sad. But overall, I'm really happy with these steps, and I was even thinking about returning this shelf along the wall towards the timber store, but realistically it's just going to be in the way. I'm going to make this look a little bit cuter for now. You know, I like to design these elements that flow into one another. So I've got this bench along the side of the house that turns around the corner, incorporates the column, and then it basically turns into the stairs, which turns into the plant pots, which then moves alongside the house again. And all of those kind of like architectural lines just make me really happy just looking at them. It needs some cuteness, and I'm going to put in some colors. Oh, look at these little plants. I found these at the market. They're a little bit sad, but they were also very cheap, which, you know, most things aren't cheap in Sweden, so I thought I would take them with, and hopefully they'll be happy here. These are almost too colourful for me. But I thought they were cute. I really like these. They're like this dark blue, purpley colour, but then right in the middle they've got like a yellow core. I am looking forward to getting rid of this awful upright here and replacing it with a really nice trellis for this hops. I'm just realizing that even though this whole approach has been quite architectural, adding these flowers, there's a bit of whimsy to this design as well.